Greetings, church family. I hope you're doing well as we inch closer to Christmas Day. And we are focusing, of course, on Jesus' birth during this time of year. Most of us know that we want to read about Jesus. We need to turn to Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Of course, there are many other things about Jesus in the other books, but it is during those in the other books of the Bible. But those four books tell us about Jesus' life. But as far as Jesus' birth, we can limit that down even more. Now, the book of Mark, it doesn't address Jesus' birth at all. It goes right to John the Baptist and then Jesus himself as an adult. And the book of Matthew kind of covers it quickly, but it does give us the story of the Magi, which we talked about last week in the service. So most of the real heavy content of the birth story comes from the book of Luke. And but I haven't mentioned John yet. And John really doesn't cover the birth of Jesus either. And but it does give us a little theology of Jesus' birth and why he came and what he came for. And so I'd like to share the first, say 13 verses of the chapter 1 of John with you this morning. Notice how many times it says the word life and light and also word, meaning the living word, the living truth of God. So here we go. Look for the word and look for the word light and look for the word life. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of men. The light shines in the darkness, but the darkness has not understood it. There came a man who was sent from God. His name was John. He came as a witness of testifying concerning the light, so that through him all men might believe. He himself was not the light, but the true light that gives light to every man was coming into the world. He was in the world, and though the world was made through him, the world did not recognize him. He came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him. Yet to all who received him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God. Children born not of natural descent, nor of human decision or a husband's will, but born of God. I invite you to read that on your own during this week and take some time and ponder each verse and the meaning of it. There's a lot of rich stuff in here. And while it doesn't talk about shepherds or magi or mangers, we are getting a rich testimony of who Jesus is and why he came. God's blessings and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you all.